Okay, so wanted to shoot a video and share a story with you. When I started my staffing company, most recent staffing company called ConnectGen in 2019. Actually, it was April of 2019 that I started this new staffing business within the telecom industry. Um, I had all my systems in place, everything that we're going to show you, the tools and software to find job orders, to find the right clients, and also to find candidates, and to keep everything organized. That's going to be essential for you to scale your business and to get recs and start making money as soon as possible. Without these tools in place and without this organization that we're going to share with you, you're really spinning your wheels every day and banging your head against the wall. It took me, it didn't take me 25 years, but I've been doing this for 25 years to know exactly what not to do. And I want to share all that with you. That's my intention. That's my passion right now, is to let people know exactly what it takes to start a successful staffing company without going through all the headaches and minutia that most of us go through not knowing how to do it. So last year, I got this one tool in place, which I highly recommend for sales prospecting. It's called Zoom Info. So let me go there right now. What I did, I woke up. It was actually a Wednesday morning. I'll never forget it. And my typical routine would, I wanted to spend half of my morning prospecting for business, calling on companies, hiring managers, people with titles like VP or directors. And, I was making essentially cold calls. And that's what it took to launch a piece of my business. We also have automated tools in the background that can create warm calls, which, is something that I learned along the way. So this tool is awesome. Zoom Info, highly recommend. It's a little bit pricey, but I can tell you that it's really paid off for us in our business. But essentially, you can look up anybody on this database and get their name, their bio, their phone number, their email address, and start prospecting them. I'll give you an example. I'll go ahead and type in my name, and I should show up here. So, yeah, there I am. Russell Liebowitz ConnectGen. There's my cell phone number. There's my email address. They even have my old mailing address. But yeah, it gives you an idea of the power of this database. So this is awesome. This makes your life so much easier when it comes to prospecting for targets. So in this instance, what I did on a daily basis was I'd go to this feature right here, and I could filter companies and people that I wanted to call on. So in this instance, I clicked on the industry. My industry was telecom or telecommunications. So I'd scroll down here, hit the plus button. I really wanted to target wireless companies this day, as I remember. So I clicked on telephony and wireless, and it gives you, a result of over 23,000 companies, which is way too much. It's overwhelming. So you gotta kind of whittle this thing down. And I don't want to, I'll do a different video on this program, but long story short, went into location here. And I think this day I actually clicked on North Carolina. I did Florida, I did Georgia, and North Carolina, as I remember. So this will bring your results down to a more manageable number, like 1,542. And you can even go further to filter out your search string. You can go by employees. A lot of times I would prefer to call on small to mid-sized companies. I felt that was a good way for me to get to the right decision maker versus a company that's got over 1,000 employees. So, excuse me, I resulted in this search right here, or an example of it, and this brought it down to about 1,000 results, which is more than enough for me to prospect in a few hours. And so I just started calling on these companies. I click on this company here and do some research on them. They make $10 million. They've got 16 employees. You can even go look at the people in their business. Really, really cool stuff here. So I click on like directors and maybe start there. And here you go. Here's a list of people that you can call on and introduce yourself and explain to them what your service is and see if it can be a resource for them. So that's what I did. And then I actually landed a whale. And this is why I wanted to share the story with you. This is like super cool. Let me go ahead and try to get my screen bigger here. Landed on a company. It was like my 15th phone call of the morning. And I'll never forget it. Manager's name was Chuck. He lived in North Carolina, and they were launching a new tower division within their wireless company. And they needed to hire 1,000 people over the next 2 years. So that was pretty exciting. Ended up landing that contract after a few phone calls and negotiations, and wanted to show you the power of staffing and recruiting. Just from this example right here, the amount of money we made on this one client from what I did, and this is nothing you can't do. Every one of you can do exactly what I did this Wednesday morning, random last year. It wasn't rocket science. So landed this client. We had about 70 contractors or 70 temps within 4 months working for them. The program just exploded. It was incredible. So let me kind of show you the numbers that we were bringing in. Log into my bank account here and share with you some of the numbers and the revenue. We were set up on ACH with them. All right. I'm going to go into our business banking account right now and view statements. I haven't done this yet, so bear with me, but I remember the time frame we started collecting some checks was, I want to say, around June or July of last year of 2019. Let's just go with June. Okay. So, okay, here's our bank statement, ConnectGen Inc., as you can see. Deposits. Okay. Here we go. On 6/21, we got a deposit of $27,364. On 6/28, we got a payment of $19,600, totaling $53,204 for that month. Let's click out and go to another statement. All right, give me a second here. All right, we can click on August. Things really started heating up. I remember around August, into the summer, into the fall as well. So scrolling down here, here's a check for, yeah, I mean, $75,303 right here. Big month for us. And you know, what I'm showing you here is the power of placing contract personnel. And that's something that we're going to share with you in our program. There's two types of placements within staffing. You have direct hire, which is traditional headhunting. You can charge someone a fee of, 20%, 25%, find the person they need, and then charge them at 20% of the person's salary and get that payment. And that often happens. That's awesome for cash flow. I'm a big fan of that. But the power and the money in staffing, in my opinion, is in the residual income that you can earn. When you start placing contractors, it builds up and it scales. And these are the numbers and the power of what I'm showing you right now. All right, let me show you a couple more examples. Back up here. Let's see what we did in October. I feel like we had some pretty big months last year with this particular client. Yeah, I mean, here we go again. Same client, $56,408.75, $28,000 in that month. So that was a big month for us. And here's one right here, payable $74,000, huge month. Guys, this is real. I mean, this is the power of staffing and recruiting. And keeping your overhead low. That's what we do. I mean, literally, I don't have to have parts, materials, and a warehouse, and crazy software programs and all these different things that most small companies have. No, I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up, what systems you need, and how you can start making this kind of money from what we did just on one example.